Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. 4 signs that your self-concept is getting better. Hey guys, in this video I will be discussing this topic of 4 signs that your self-concept is getting better, because a lot of times I have gotten this question. I started this new Instagram page. The link for that is on my main Instagram page, so you can check that out. It's linked down below, but where I post daily reels, and my question answer sessions that I do will be there only for the followers as of now. So if you want to get your questions answered, I put a weekly Q&A box there, so you can check it out and you can follow. But I put the question answer box a few days back, and I got around 50 to 60 questions just asking about this one thing, like what are the signs that your self-concept is getting better. So I thought I would make a video about it, and this can actually act as a lot of motivation for a lot of people who have been doing work and who feel like they need some indication to believe that they are on the right track. So this video is for you. The first sign that your manifestation processes and your self-concept is getting better is you're non-reactive about everything. Now, when I say non-reactive about everything, let me clear some misconceptions. It's totally okay to be triggered. It's totally okay to have fears. It's totally okay to have negative feelings, negative emotions, negative thoughts. There is nothing wrong with if you get some thoughts or some feelings that are not in line to what you want. What is wrong is how you act on it and sabotage your own growth. Eventually, what will matter is how you respond to these things rather than if these things happen or not. This is a very big misconception that people have, that if I'm in a journey of manifestation, then I cannot ever have an opposite thought. Not true. You will sometimes get opposite thoughts, and in itself creating this belief in yourself that, oh, if I have opposite thoughts, I won't get what I want, does not really help. So in these situations, it is important to get into a place where you can question yourself and ask yourself, okay, I'm having some opposite thoughts, I'm having some negative feelings. It's just like thinking about it this way, that let's say I have a fever, right? I know I wouldn't be working out very well in the gym. Does that mean that I will never be able to work out at the gym? The answer is no, I will be. It's just that right now, when I am slightly compromised, I would not be able to give it my best shot. It just means that when I'm in this moment, I should take rest. Similarly, when I'm having opposite thoughts or resistance is coming up, in that moment, instead of reacting, a very good sign that your self-concept is getting better is that you will pause and you will say, okay, right now I feel slightly triggered. I will not act in this moment of trigger. I will not make any conclusions in this moment of trigger, because I don't want to recreate these things in my life. I would rather wait it out. I would rather wait for a bit. I would let this trigger pass. I would handle my resistance, and how to handle resistance I will link down. I have a video on it, I will link it down below. But I would handle my resistance, and after handling my resistance, then I will try to make some decisions, or then I will dwell on this thought and understand why it came in the first place. A lot of times what happens is we get an opposite thought and we just dwell in it. So let's say I have an opposite thought, oh, this person did not respond back to me, it has been 5 hours. Okay, what am I making a conclusion out of this? I'm making a conclusion that this person did not respond back to me because they don't like me, they don't care about me, they don't love me, whatever it is, they don't respect me. When in truth, the truth might mean that that person was busy for those 5 hours, or that person didn't respond to you because they had other things in that moment to do. It had nothing to do about you. Maybe their phone did not have charging, maybe they did not get any notifications, maybe they did not check it. So it has nothing to do with you. Of course, it is a different situation if you're someone who is chasing, and that is something I don't promote. So if you're someone who's chasing, again and again texting, then that's a different situation. But understanding that sometimes, a lot of times, we make it about ourselves, and that's just a representation of what my self-concept is. In that moment, not making it about myself and not being reactive to it is a good representation that my self-concept is getting better. The second thing that tells you that your self-concept is getting better is, and this is a very common theme, is that slowly your focus will go from I want to manifest this thing, I want to manifest this thing, I want to manifest this thing, towards I want to have a better life, I want to be powerful, I want to be a good manifester. I want to be someone who feels strength in my being and who feels confident in my, and I feel secure and I feel confident in my own self and I feel calm and collected and I want a good life. Because you will realize that to a certain level, even though I want something, I am pedestalizing it, and it does not really help, right? The only reason that you pedestalize something is because you are thinking that that's the only thing that can make you feel that feeling, which is in itself not true. And that's a totally separate topic. And I will make more content on it, but it's important to understand that as a manifester who will get good at their journey, and as a person who will want a better life, your focus will most probably turn towards getting a better life rather than just getting one thing. That one thing will be something that you want and can want, nothing wrong with it, but it will become a part of a whole rather than the whole in itself. That's very important to look at. The third thing that usually happens is that you don't find value in chasing. Now, you will get very, 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 very strict with how you act, because you will know that the way that I act, the actions that I do, the way that I conduct myself is actually a very big representation of what I believe about myself. If I have time and I have energy to chase, then that means that I have energy to work on myself. If I have enough attention span to run after someone, beg someone for attention, then you will realize that I have time to work on myself. Because I don't know what is going, like, there is no, like, I'm not putting you guys down, because I have been there. But I don't know that when we are doing that, what is actually the thing that we are looking at as a long-term solution. Because if we truly look at it, do you really want a person you have begged 50 times to come to you and then they finally text you once? Or do you really want someone who, or it's not about wanting or not wanting, you can still want that person, you can still want that relationship. It's just that the way that you get it should be something that you respect yourself for later. Do you really want a relationship where you settled for breadcrumbs for years and then they finally decided to give you a shot? Or do you want a relationship to come on mutual terms? Do you want the relationship to come on a mutual respect for each other, a mutual love for each other? It's very important to understand that in those moments you are not actually looking for the long term implications of what you're doing. It's not really helpful, doesn't really fulfill anything. It's just you putting yourself in a position to fail, and that in itself is something that is a sabotage, does not really work well. So understand that once your self concept would be getting better, you will not find any value in chasing. You will realize that my time is and my attention is valuable, and which is my next point. But you will realize that things will not work in a way where I can keep sabotaging my growth and then keep expecting it to change. Won't really work that way. The last thing, the fourth point actually, where that tells you that your self concept is getting better, is that you get very, very, very restrictive about how you spend your time and attention. Okay, let me put a picture for you. Let's say you are a 25-year-old individual or a 30-year-old individual, and let's say you are wanting a relationship or things like that. And let's say that the average human lifespan is 75 years old, 76. I think I checked it yesterday before making this video. I think it's 76 years right now, which is about 4,000 weeks, which means that you have already spent 30 years of your life already, which leaves you with a maximum, or like, let's say you live to 90, that's going high, but let's say you go to that, or let's say you live to 100, you only have a certain amount of time left. You only have certain weeks left, and you only have only 24 hours in a day which you can spend. You will realize that putting my time and attention into convincing someone to love me is not worth it at all. And I don't mean that you cannot manifest relationships. And that is actually the last video that I make, that you can manifest relationships. I will link it down below. But you will understand that my time has some value. So let's say this happened with one of my clients, and I was giving her this example. What happened with her was that she was manifesting this guy, and they were in no contact, and then they started getting in contact, and then the guy started giving her attention, and they started dating. But then that guy started saying that, okay, I'm not sure if I want to be with you for a long term, I just want to date right now, like just hinting that I just want it casually. And she started convincing him, oh no, you should get over your ex, you should do this, you should do that, no, we should be together again and again. And I said that, then we had a session after that. Luckily, we had a session scheduled right after that. And she said that this happened, and what do you think I did wrong? I said, do you really think that convincing him was going to work? Like, did you really think that convincing someone of your worth ever works? Falling in love is not a logical process. It's something that happens with feelings. So you have to understand that your feelings the feelings come automatically when you change. So it's not about I will be convincing someone. And then what the appropriate response to that would have been, and she said that that's right, I will do it if he does it the next time, is that, oh, I don't want to be with you, I don't think that I want a long term thing, would have been, hey, of course I understand, I want a long term thing, I'm not here for a casual dating scenario. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Bye. I don't have time to sit there convince anyone. My time is way more important than just convincing someone of my worth. If you cannot see it now you will see it soon. But till the time that you see it, I'm not going to be sitting around just chasing you and just convincing you to love me. That's not how it will ever be. I know my value, and I know that you will too. That's what power is. That's what living in the end is. That's where self-concept comes in. And once you understand that, you would be in a better position to be able to get these things in your life. So these are signs that your self-concept is getting better. If you feel that there are other signs that I missed out on, comment them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.